my thing. Here we go. Okay. Air Transportation by Isaac Strawn. We have a packed agenda today, as I'll be taking you through everything I've learned and done for my exhibition. What is air transportation? Air transportation is an aircraft designed for transporting passengers and freight from one location to another. Here are just a couple of firsts within the history of air transportation. The first air cargo flight was in 1910. It was carrying silk for an opening store. I'll only read two of them because the first flight went 2 days non-stop with a plane in 1919 that took off from St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada, and landed in Clifton, County Galway, Ireland. Can anyone tell me what air transport is used or useful for, other than what I've written here?
Well, it's good for transporting people or passengers from one point to another, right?
Yeah.
So that people can visit family or go from one location to another to conduct business of some sort?
Yeah.
Right? From long distances?
Yeah. So, as we all know, 2020 was a crazy year with the pandemic. As you can see on the first graph, it is the passengers and the decrease from 2019 to 2020. And on the far right, in that graph, you can see it is showing the decrease in international freight. You can see that there was a major decrease in both, but especially passengers, and this was hugely impact on the air transportation industry. So you can see the source here, and then there's the graphs, and then percentage, the decrease on it both, and yeah. What can be done to improve air transportation? Air cargo transportation can be improved by being more careful when loading on and unloading cargo to the plane, because a lot of online companies have to ship things by planes, so they have to be careful. For example, I had a friend that bought something from eBay, but it was broken upon arrival. This story happens a lot. It's just an example of something that happens often, and if we put more protection on it, I think it would help a lot. Does anyone else have any ideas of how air transportation could be improved, either cargo or passenger air transportation?
Yeah, so there's really, I think, two types of air cargo transportation. One is dedicated freight airplanes, right? So airplanes that all they do is carry freight. And then there's the other component, which is belly cargo, right? So that's passenger aircraft that take just primarily passengers, like SAS or KLM. In the belly of their airplane, they will take some packages as well. So my suggestion would be for companies to work more with belly cargo airlines that are willing to take belly cargo along with their passengers to maybe increase the amount of cargo that they take, right? So that would increase the number of packages that could just be shipped worldwide.
Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah, Lucas? I think you're muted, or we can't hear you.
Yeah. So in my experience too, I feel like it's often my baggage gets very much damaged when in a passenger plane. So I'm usually really frustrated when I go to pick up my bag and I see it has a bunch of tears in it and maybe stuff in my suitcase has been broken. So that would be something I would like to see improved.
Yeah, just so you know, Dad, Lucas is my mentor.
Yeah, hi, Lucas.
Okay, I had an interview with a pilot that has flown a lot of different planes for nearly 40 years. So he is a professional. I had some help from a mentor and we came up with some questions to ask him. I received a lot of answers from him, but some of the most interesting answers were about the future of air transportation. Here's what he had to say. Now you guys can all press on the video if it's possible, and then you can listen to it. And then give me a thumbs up when you're done. All right, so we can go to the next slide. Sorry, I just need to. Why did I choose this topic? Well, I chose this topic because I thought it would an interesting topic, and I've always been fascinated with planes. I also already knew a lot about planes, so I thought it would be good. So this is like a video. It's kind of glitchy, but you can watch it if you like. It's about me talking about my answers. So you can watch it if you want. And by the way, Bruno put in the sound effects for me. So he helped me.
Right, so that would be where they put what they call the belly cargo, right, on a passenger plane.
Yeah. you got your Lucas is done, and
Yep.
you can. Yeah, good.
Good. Good. Yep.
Okay, so next, here's a video that I made of my Lego model. There's no words, and it's not glitchy, so you can just watch it. It's just kind of me showing around the model. Alrighty. So on my next thing is my program of inquiry, my central idea, key concepts, my material, approaches to learning, learner profiles, related concepts, lines of inquiry, and learning outcomes. All in this graph there. And I made an essay on air transport, and I talked a lot about the stuff I knew and my research. Here it is now. Well, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
You can see my essay?
I can see a title page, looks like.
And like going down.
Not seeing it flip. It's on my end, but I still see just the title page.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't see it here either, Isaac.
It's fine. I can actually briefly explain it to you.
Okay, hey Isaac, if you don't mind, give me like 2 minutes because I gotta run to Reed's room here in like 2 minutes. So if you could for like 2 or 3 minutes describe that for me, and then I gotta run, okay?
Yeah, it's fine. So this is my Word document on I kind of write mostly the history of air transport, and I talked about, I added a fun fact in there on this actual plane that you can see here, the Beluga Airbus. I did a fun fact there about like it actually there's the world record for loading about, I think, a whole power generator just for one air transport, one like cargo. So that's a fun fact. And it has the world record for one of the highest flights. It is, yeah, and so I talked about why I chose the topic and I kind of made a reflection, and I'm going to talk more about the reflection on this next slide up here. Okay, so overall, I've had a blast learning more about air transportation and its history, where it is now and where it's headed. The most difficult part about the exhibition work was writing my essay, because it was a struggle getting all the correct words and not repeating myself. So
what about the best part?
The best part was when I made my model, as you saw back here. When I made this model.
Yeah. That
was a really fun part.
Yeah.
Another fun part was actually making this PowerPoint, kind of. Some parts were fun. And yeah.
Okay, hey buddy, I gotta run over to Reed's room, okay, before the end of this session. Yeah. Great job. Good job,
Thank
buddy.
You.
Thanks for your help, Lucas. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, Dad. Bye.
Okay, bye. Talk to you later.
Yeah. Okay, so here, I hope you liked my presentation on the topic of air transportation. Does any of you guys have any questions or queries for me?
No, I just wanted to say great job, Isaac. I thought you presented it really well. You were very confident and you were calm. You didn't rush through it, so that was really nice. Your interview with Nassim had some really great points there. I would have loved to see you put some of that into your essay as well.
Yeah, it was.
But that's my only wish for you. But it was great how you had it in your PowerPoint and you explained it. because I thought that was really interesting, and it seemed like it shocked you. So it would have been nice for you to go a little further into that and see if his prediction is kind of right. But otherwise, great job. I'm really proud of your work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bruce? Do you have a question? Bruce, do you have a question or? Okay, so I just wanted to go back here and I wanted to show you, where was it? What air here? Can I read this to you or this slide? Okay, so what is air transportation useful for? Air transportation is useful for bringing stuff from the other countries that are across the ocean. While an ocean liner can be used, a plane is faster, and when people buy something from a place, they tend to want it fast. So also, I have here the history of air transportation, and I was talking about, I really enjoy, this is one of the slides I really enjoy making because I'm interested in history, and you can see I wrote a lot on these here. And yeah, and by the way, I quoted this here. You can see the quotation marks. I quoted those from Google. So yeah. So I have a lot more time to speak.
Nice job. Isaac, I'm going to sign off because I'm with my class too, so it's a bit noisy, but I'll check back in for Villas in a little bit as well.
Okay.
Great job, though.
Thank you. Okay, so do you have any more questions or like queries? Okay. Also, this graph I actually got from my dad. He helped me with this, and the source, Airport Council, I got helped that, and yeah, and I had to switch these things around a lot because it took a while for me to find the exact slides in the right place. So yeah. I actually have, if I just continue presenting, I want to present my essay. Here's my essay. My name is Isaac Strawn, and my essay, I was telling you about it, and I have the types of cargo planes, and also who started cargo planes. I also have impacts on COVID-19 in air transport, but I just have passengers here, and then I have the decrease here, and 2019, how many people were using it, and then 2020. And I have Dubai, Amsterdam, London, Paris, Frankfurt, Istanbul, Doha, I don't know how to say that, Singapore, and Madrid. And here are some of my sources. Here, this one, very good one. I recommend East West Shipping. You can learn a lot on it. and then here's a here's a link. It is the business where I got most of my pictures. And then I have my Recondo.home. It's a airport company. They work on airport planning and more, and designing airports. So yeah, there. So yeah. Should I just sign off now? Okay, yeah. So maybe you want to know why I picked this topic. I picked this topic because I already told you, but I have more of why I picked it. I also picked it because I think it was very, very unique. And my dad also works as in like piloting, or he's not a pilot, but he works for Recondo. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I picked it. Another reason was because I really think people should know more about air cargo. And and also these shirts were actually sent by air cargo. So
They were?
yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. So that's, and I mean, you can look around and, okay, sorry, I have a background on, but you can probably look around this room and there's probably a lot of these things have been shipped by air cargo or have been in air cargo. Like this, wait, this, just let me, sorry, I just need to turn off my background effects. So this sofa that I'm sitting on right now could have been, probably might have been sent by air cargo. And yeah, that is just one of the really good things about air cargo. It's fast, it's reliable, but the bad thing is it's possible you can break things. And it's possible because they never know, when you're a pilot, you're up in the cockpit and then the cargo's down there. It's not like someone's going to be sitting down there with the cargo, because they might fall because the cargo is all sliding around. So maybe that's what I was talking about. Maybe we should hold the cargo down instead, because it's always sliding around and breaking. And sometimes if you order something, sometimes like things are broken. And sometimes even like this pencils, like usually they take these giant boxes and they put them in pencil, and then they put pencils in them, in the boxes, to like stop different things from leaking out. Let's say like maybe there could be actually like food in there or something. And there's usually holes in the boxes, so it's like a makeshift thing that they do. They just take pencils and stick them in, because they're the holes are pretty small, like this, so they just stick them in. So yeah. So that's all I have to say. So I have 2 more minutes left, so maybe I could talk about what my favorite thing about air transport is. So my favorite thing about air transport is the reliability of you knowing that it's not that you knowing you never know if it's going to break or not, but you do know that it's going to get to you on time. Usually when I buy something from, let's say I bought something from, I don't know, Germany, then I would I'd probably have about maybe 3 days. No, not even, like maybe even a day or two, because air shipping is very quick and reliable. So yeah, that's all I have. I really hoped you liked my topic and my presentation and essay, and I thank you for coming out here. Yeah, thank you.
Done.
They're still here. Should I go?
Who is there?
I don't know. Should I like leave? No.
It's someone. Is it your father? No.